friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation. What are their current feelings for you? And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Good Karma Tarot. And pile number two is the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Pile one, for those of you who chose the Good Karma Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. To close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile one. Let's take a look. Specifically for no contact and or separation situation, what are your person's current feelings? What are this person's current feelings? I feel like shuffling one more time. Okay, let's see what we have here today, pile one. We have the Empress, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Swords, we have the Two of Wands, we have Judgment, we also have the Queen of Cups. A lot of feminine energy coming through over here today. I also have your Oracle cards, so we're going to take a look at that as well. We have Initiatrix, Willingness, Fluency, Emergence. We have Lakshmi, I turn the tides of my fate with effort and grace. We have Intuition. We have I am resilient. We have Luke. Okay. So first off, intense healing going on with your person. I can't even begin to stress how deep into healing your person is in right now. For some of you, this could be intentional healing, like your person could be seeking support. Your person could be going to therapy, could be going to counseling. For others of you, there is spiritual guidance coming through as well. But the common theme for all of you is that your person is in a period of very, very deep healing, which means that at this point in time, all their old wounds are coming up to the surface. They're currently being triggered and your person is working through them. I think that in the past, your person may not have been able to show up for this connection because they didn't think that they had it in them. There's a lot of self-esteem issues coming through. There's also a lot about self-worth issues that are coming to the surface right now for me. But one major theme that's coming through is your person may not have believed in themselves, whether it was believing that they were worthy of love or believing that you would actually, like them for who they truly were. It could also be that maybe they went through some early life experiences which made them feel that they had to be a certain kind of person in order to be loved. And when they, according to their perception of it, right? They didn't feel they were that version of themselves or they were that person. They might have doubted you. They might have pushed you away. They might have made themselves feel like, oh, okay, well, I'm not this version of myself, so my person's gonna leave me anyway, so I might as well start detaching from them. I might as well start pulling back, going into my shell, not really dealing with this connection, because it's anyway going to lead me into a phase of pain. So all of these thoughts might have been coming within your person at one point in time, but to be honest, Pal 1, all of that seems to be tying very, very deeply with their own self-worth and self-esteem issues. What's happening right now with your person is there is a willingness for them to emerge. There is a willingness for them to come out of these wounds that have been holding themselves back. Even with the 8 of Swords over here, I'm being called to see that even though her eyes are blindfolded, she still has the sword, and she's almost about to, kind of take those folds off, whatever, those binds off, I guess I would say. And that's very, very representative of what your person is going through right now. They might not understand what they're going through, why they're going through it. There might be, a lot of confusion around them as well, but there is this deep willingness in them to come out of it, to step out of that energy that has been holding them back in the past. From the Page of Wands, your person is stepping into the Queen of Wands energy. So there is like an up-leveling of their own perception of themselves. Gender doesn't matter. It's the energy that your person was in and is starting to step into. From being someone who thought, oh, okay, well, I can never get anything right, or there's always a future version of myself that I constantly need to keep working towards, not being satisfied or even loving, because we have the Empress coming out, not even like taking time to love who they were. Like, yes, it's understandable that you are always in a journey of, evolution, but at the same time, in your perception of constantly evolving, you shouldn't forget to love who you are today, right? And I think that your person had forgotten that, or maybe in the past, I actually do see a very prominent feminine figure in their childhood who may have wanted your person to be a certain way, and until and unless your person was that way, they may not have given them love. Like, the love was very conditional. That's the energy that is coming through very, very strongly for me. And so I think that might have been a perception that your person carried all through their life, but things are shifting right now. Things are changing on their end. Your person is understanding that they get to decide, how they feel about themselves. It's not someone else's perception. It's not, someone they care about. Yes, as much as they love the other person or they care about other people's opinions, they have to first be strong in their own perception of themselves. And that is a very, very deep understanding that is coming in within your person. I think that your person was constantly waiting to be a version of themselves, but now they're realizing, the way that the message is coming through to me, Pal 1, is that there has not been, like, your person is still the same person, but it is an evolution of their perception. That is the powerful thing that's happening within your person at this point in time. Like, wherever they are, they're learning how to fall in love with that person, how to be in awe of themselves, how to understand that where they are at today, exactly who they are at today, that person is also, worthy of love. That person is very, very powerful. That person is also very, very strong. So right now, your person, very simply put, is learning how to love themselves. They're learning how to stand in their own power, to acknowledge that they have power. I think that the power was always there, and it's possible that you might have seen your person's power, but they didn't believe it, or they didn't believe you when you told them of their power. So at this point in time, it's kind of like they're accepting, like, okay, well, I see what my person was talking about when they said something about my power, or who I am, or what I deserve, or what I'm worthy of. And so now it's more of your person viewing themselves, their perception of themselves shifting and aligning, something that puts them in power, makes them feel good about themselves. It is a process though, Pal 1. I will say that given we have the Two of Wands over here, it's still, I would say, still in transitory energy, but they're getting there. They're learning how to love themselves for exactly who they are today. Like, yes, there is healing work to happen. Yes, they are evolving. Yes, there are wounds that they're currently dealing with, but that does not mean they don't fall in love with the person that they are today. Now, I know that I asked about their current feelings towards you, and I know that a lot of it is very, very internal. But the reason for that, Pal 1, is because they need to shift their own perception of themselves before they start shifting that energy outward, And so their current feelings for you might be a little bit chaotic. It might be a little bit unsettled because they need to learn how to love themselves first before they can even accept or understand the emotions that they feel for you, right? So I know that it's probably not the question that we asked, but there's a reason why it is more focused on them at this point in time, right? But the more your person taps into their heart space, the more they'll be able to understand what they feel for you. And there are feelings. There are definitely feelings, Pal 1, with the Queen of Cups coming out. But at this point in time, because they haven't been able to understand what they feel for themselves, it's not easy for them to identify or even understand. It's probably, them berating themselves for even feeling, because they're not able to accept those feelings for themselves first. All right, so that is where your person is at as well. So they're learning how to accept, first off, how to recognize their power, how to accept that they do have power, that they are strong, that they get to love the person that they are. They're accepting all of these feelings towards themselves. And the more they do that, the more they're understanding what they feel for you. All right? So let me get you one message or advice, Pal 1. Let's see what wants to come through. All right. Hold on. All right, okay. So the first thing that came to me was how we asked one question and then we got the answer for another one? It looks like some answers are being hidden from you. It's possible that you might have tried other tarot readings and you might not be getting an accurate description, or something's just feeling very misaligned every time you try to dig for answers. The message coming through is, at this point in time, there may be few things that are being hidden from you. All right, it might not be either the right time for you to know it, or you might be protected from that information at this point in time, all right? And that's okay. I understand that sometimes it gets very, very frustrating because we are constantly in the state of looking for answers, right? I mean, that is part of our very, very inherent human nature as well. Like, right since the moment we are born, we are answering questions. We're used to looking for answers, right? Whether it is as simple as someone asking us, what is your name? So it starts from a very young age. So it's understandable why you are in that state of looking for answers. But at this point in time, the answers might take some time to come. Don't worry, all right? They are coming. The more you can stand in the stillness, the more you can be okay with not having the answers, the sooner you are going to manifest those answers. So you have to be solid in your trust that the answers will come to you when it is meant to come. That by itself puts you in an energy to attract the answers faster. All right, so it's a little bit different, yes, but the more you wait for the answers, or the more you're kind of frustrated, the more you are going to be protected from those answers. But the more you can be comfortable in the stillness, in not knowing, in not having the answers, and trusting that the answers will come to you at the right time, the more you are actually bringing that energy into your life. All right? So I know it's very, very frustrating because sometimes you really do want answers, but there's always a reason why those answers don't come sometimes when you are asking for it. Sometimes it's because you are being protected. Maybe if you were to know the answer, you might change your path, and that might change the energy of what you're trying to manifest. But I always see it as, like, even sometimes when I ask for answers and then it just doesn't come to me, I kind of take it as, okay, well, I'm being divinely protected from knowing about it at this point in time, and just bringing that trust within me and learning how to be comfortable in that stillness, in that unknown energy, that void. Yeah, that actually helps to bring the answers closer. All right, So this is where I will leave you for today, Pal 1. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for your likes, shares, comments, the tips that you send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 1, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose Tarot of the Cosmic Seed, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, Pal 2. Let's take a look, okay? Specifically for no contact and or separation situation, what are Pal 2's person's current feelings? Pal 2, please. Let's see what we have here for today. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the 9 of Cups. We have Liberation. We have the Sacred Masculine. We have the Moon. Mastery of Wands. Oh, we have the 9 of Swords. Okay. I also have your Oracle card, so we're going to get into that. We have Ra, that's a good sign. I am liberated. We have coming out with liberation. What a synchronicity over there. We have liberation. And then we have Juno, being honest is the key to my inner strength. And then we have soul radiance. Oh, so much of synchronicity in your reading today. Radiant creatrix, divine embodiment. Beautiful. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit of a mix of both, but I would say it's definitely more on the aligned side. Your person, with Ra coming out with soul radiance, your person is stepping out of a very, very painful cycle. I think that at one point your person felt very, very defeated in life. It could have been because of this connection. It might not have been. The energy is coming through very, very differently for me. But the common theme for all of you is that your person was in a very, very painful cycle. It might have gone through a period of deep healing as well, or even a spiritual awakening. I would not be surprised because the energy is quite powerful with a lot of major arcanas coming out in your reading as well. With I am liberated, liberation, and liberation coming out twice, your person is stepping into healthier, brighter, and I would say more powerful energies. Your person is starting to feel like they have it in them to take charge of their life. I really, really think that whatever had happened in the past for your person honestly left them feeling very, very defeated. It's possible that given the situation that your person went through, they might have started to doubt their own abilities. You know, maybe they thought that they didn't have it in them to overcome this problem or to overcome whatever was causing them so much of heartache. And I will also say that it was causing them a lot of mental agony as well. Like I said, it doesn't have to be about this situation, like the connection between the two of you. It could also be something in other aspects of their life. But overall, I think that it was for quite some time, like the very long period, because I feel like taking deep breaths at this point in time, and I feel like that is also something that your person is feeling. I'm hearing come up to the surface for water, and I think for air. See, there's no coincidence. You know, even if your person tried coming up to the surface, it looks like there was just only more and more water just coming and trying to drown them. That seems like the energy. Like as much as they tried so hard to come out for air, it looks like they were met with even more problems or just more mental and emotional agony in what they were going through. It's no coincidence that I said that. And so one thing that your person's understanding is they may not have had all the answers at one point in time, like why this was happening to them, what was going on, why was there so much of confusion in their life, why was everything breaking down, or why was it so painful for them. But now your person's understanding that they had to grow. The reason for that is because they had to grow as a person, and things are starting to make sense for your person right now. The more they start to understand why they went through what they went through, the more they're understanding that your connection has always been a source of power for them. And that is what is in their current feelings at this point in time. So whether you were with this person as they were going through their struggle or you were not, either way, the energy of your connection has always been a source of strength. And there's a lot of deep realizations about this at this point in time. Like, you might not even have physically been around Paltu, but the energy, your energy in particular, has helped your person step into this very, very liberated feeling, this feeling of stepping into their power, of being able to take a deep breath without, any pain for that matter. So right now, what's happening with your person is they're starting to get comfortable with this new version of themselves. I think that with the wand energy coming through, wand to me is like the most spiritual energy coming through, and with sacred masculine also coming through, I think that first off, there might have been some kind of spiritual guidance given to your person. It might have been their higher self, but I would not be surprised, like I'm getting like priest or pastor or some kind of spiritual guide definitely coming through. It doesn't have to be, but it could also just be their spirit guides. But they seem to be open to listening to the wisdom of this person or even these spirits, or even their higher self as well. That's also coming through. I was saying spirits, and then there was just like a tap on me saying, hey, higher self also. And I was like, okay, fine. I will put that in as well. All right, so but yeah, that is also a message coming through. So they're open to receiving these messages, and that's where your person is at. There's been a very, very massive transformation in your person, and it's kind of the energy coming through is whatever they went through up until now, it just makes sense, and there's a sense of relief that comes when you get answers that you've been looking for so long, and answers that probably didn't make sense back then. Maybe your person kept asking, why am I going through this? What did I do wrong? Why am I always constantly being put into so much pain? Like, I'm a good person, but why am I always in this state? And your person's understanding that whatever they went through, it was to transform them into the version of themselves today. Would not be surprised if your person has some kind of soul mission, or your person is learning to tap into their spiritual gifts. I would not be surprised. If that's not the case, then this person might start to become open to sharing their spiritual knowledge with other people. For some of you, I'm seeing like maybe even starting a YouTube channel where they share their own experiences just to help other people heal, just to raise the vibration of whoever they meet. That could be it. There's that small message that's coming through, but take that as it resonates. There are so many of you. For others of you, it could just be even like in a community, like even around them, like being around people and wanting to help more, wanting to do more for their community or even their friends. That seems to be a very deep pull that your person's having at this point in time, at least the more they step into their power. And they are actually in very, very powerful energies at this point in time. Paltu, your person, a lot of spiritual wisdom your person is gaining at this point in time as a direct result of what they're going through, but also with the spiritual guidance that they are receiving. And I'm hearing pay it forward. So that's what I was feeling it very strongly. I feel like your person wants to pay that forward, like whatever guidance they're receiving, they want to make sure that more people receive it, more people like them who were in the same situation that they were in, they also gain this knowledge. And yeah, it does feel like your person wants to talk about what they went through and help people. That's coming through very, very strongly for me, all right? So their current feelings, they're starting to feel good. They're starting to feel good about themselves, about this connection, recognizing that this connection has been a source of strength for them at this point, right? So one message or advice. Six of Swords. Things are moving into calmer waters. Don't worry about it, pal 2, all right? I think that your person might have gone within, or, you know, the energies surrounding them might have influenced the energy of this connection as well. Would not be surprised. But don't worry. Just as your person is gaining clarity about their situation, they're getting answers, you too are going to step into much more calmer energies as your person gets the answers, or as their life starts making sense, like their path and their soul's journey starts making sense to them. Things are going to get very, very calm. And I'm seeing the rainbow over here. So first off, Pride Month could be significant, but otherwise I am seeing the rainbow. So I think that you might not know that good times are coming. Maybe things have been quite low for quite some time, because I'm being called to see that her face is looking down. She's looking at the ripple. So I think that it might have been a ripple effect of your person's like other energies just influencing and kind of having that ripple effect. And you might have been very lost and confused as to why that energy was affecting your connection. But your person is going to gain an understanding of that. And it's possible that the version of themselves that they needed to become was necessary for this connection to continue, or to be more stronger in 3D. All right, so you might not see the rainbow at this point in time, but the rainbow is there. All right, there's no one denying that the rainbow is there. Just because you know, I'm being called to see. Sometimes my spirit guides are funny. I'm being called to see how there's this video. I actually have seen multiple videos of this, but it can be a cat or dog, one of them. And then they've done something wrong, and then they hide their eyes because they think that if if they hide their eyes, then other people will not be able to see them. I'm getting that image for you at this point in time. You know, just because you can't see the rainbow doesn't mean it's not there. You know, and it's not waiting for you to get to that point, right? That was a very funny association that came through for me. But yeah, that I hope that that made your day a little bit lighter. I hope that lifted your spirits a little bit as well. Okay, pal 2, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that send, and watching my page ads. Those are the ways I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 2, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.